Tales. Today we're up at Arthur's Lake in the Central Highlands for another episode of Tales from the Fly. Arthur's Lake's located a couple of hours from Hobart, up in the stunning Central Highlands. It's one of the bigger lakes up around here. It produces some amazing trout fishing opportunities throughout the season. Beautiful morning after a pretty cold frosty night, so it's pretty still and sunny conditions now, which can be a bit tougher fishing up in the lakes. But yeah, we're really just going to tick around with the electric motor around some of these edges, around the trees and things, to see if there's any fish in and around the shelter. Because on these bright sunny days they sort of struggle to see the flies on the top of the water with all the glare from the sun, and also a bit more hesitant to come up and feed. So we'll tick around and see how we go this morning. Weed here around us, so just try and keep a nice high rod. There we go. So a bit of persistence there. Conditions a little bit tough this morning, but we just started getting a bit of drift, so we were just casting in and around some weed beds, and that's a lovely brown trout there from Arthur's Lake. Nicely conditioned fish. So yeah, that's a good start and worthwhile coming out for this morning. Arthur's Lake's an incredibly diverse fishery. You've got a range of different bays that you can look at, different depths of water, some timbered areas. So today we're going to be looking at the weed beds in particular, up in some of the shallower bays, which can produce some really good wet fly fishing early in the season. So obviously trout are very sort of cautious animals, very easily spooked. So when you are up here fly fishing, it just pays to keep everything nice and subtle, so sort of try not to make too many sudden movements, not too much noise, particularly in the boat. Just anything you can avoid to try to keep yourself unknown to the trout is a good way to go. That'll just mean that they're not aware of you, so when they see your fly go past, they'll be more likely to grab onto it. There we go. Oh. So we just made a fly change there, which seems to have worked. It was a little bit of a slower retrieve that time as well, which may have helped. Beauty. Common question that we get is, like, we just caught a fish now, is it a good idea to stay in that same spot, keep fishing there, or move on? And generally what we like to do is take note of the type of water that you caught the fish in, so that you can try and keep the boat drifting through that similar water and pick up some more fish if that's the type of water that they are sitting in. So just take note of sort of where you caught the fish and what sort of water you were in, and also the type of retrieve that you were doing or the fly that you were using, and just try and replicate that, and you will find more fish throughout the lake if you sort of stick to what works on the day. So we're back after a quick lunch stop here. We've just pulled into another little bay. So we're going to continue on with the wet flies, hopefully explore a few little different areas here and hopefully have some more success this afternoon. There we go, another one. Oh, you come off. So there we go, that was another fish there that we had on, but he's popped off. So that's the way it goes sometimes. So persisting this morning early on when the conditions were a bit bright and a bit tough was definitely worthwhile. Once a bit of breeze got up and a bit of cloud came over, definitely found the fishing improved. So it was just a matter of persisting with what we were doing, and we definitely found some fish there in the end, so that was good. So for the wet fly fishing out of the boat, I've just got a 6-weight 10-foot rod with a intermediate sinking line just to get the flies down a little bit more, and then we're just going to be using 3 flies in various colours and sizes and weights as well, just to vary that up a little bit. There we go. Right there, so same retrieve again, just a little bit slower, same as that last fish. So probably the cool water early in the season, they might just be sort of happier to chase things that are moving a little bit slower, not to use up too much energy. So that's why just varying your retrieves is a good idea throughout the day. So here's another nice fish, nice brown, Arthur's Lake brownie. Taking the top fly this time, I think, which is a little brown and yellow little bugger. So pretty successful day out on Arthur's there. A little bit tough this morning from a fishing point of view, but still a stunning morning to be out on. And the fishing definitely improved as we went through the day. So we finished up with a few fish there, lovely brown trout as well. So Arthur's Lake's a beautiful lake to come and check out on your fly fishing trip to Tassie.